How's it going, YouTube? Navysooner here. Today we're going to be doing a review on these guys right here. Not the guns, the red dots. So let's get into it. Hey YouTube, Navysooner here. Sorry I'm interrupting the video, but I just wanted to let you know that I have started a Subscribestar account. It's Navysooner, and there will be a link down below this video. So please help me out. I need to be able to keep this channel running by paying for things like firearms, ammo, targets, gas to get to the gun range, different things, and I'm also going to be getting back into knives and EDC gear. So please, if you can, it would be greatly appreciated to go sign up for my Subscribestar. Thank you. All right, so the review that we're going to be doing is over the Holosun HS507C. It is a red dot sight that has the same footprint as the Trijicon RMR. The 507C is the one that we're actually doing the review on, but you can get the 407C, which is just a single dot version, and there's the HE507C, which is the green version of what we're going to be reviewing. So the reticle in this is a circle that is 32 MOA, and then it has a dot in it that's 2 MOA. And then you can adjust your reticle to be just the 32 MOA circle or the 2 MOA dot, or both, which is fairly easy using your buttons here. And yeah, if you change your reticle, you don't have to re-zero. That's kind of a nice thing, because there are some red dots out there that are very like subpar red dots that you can change your reticle, but the problem is it's got like a lever and you're changing the zero on it as you're changing your reticle. So to be able to adjust this digitally is pretty cool, and you don't lose your zero. The brightness levels on this, you can do it either the old school way which is the plus and minus right here, or you can do it with a setting that senses the light around you and then it adjusts the brightness of the red dot. The problem with that is you could be somewhere dark and the red dot won't be as bright, and then you won't be able to see your red dot in a brighter out in a brighter setting. So like if you're in a dark house and you're shooting outside, you won't be able to see the red dot because the lighting situation in the auto adjusting mode will make it not so bright. So I am going to be changing over to the old school method of just using the buttons. I've been using the brightness setting, the adjustment or the auto adjusting setting, and even if it's at night and you use your light, guess what? It doesn't sense the fact that you're using your light, so you're not going to be able to see your dot. So that's why I'm going to be switching from the auto adjusting mode, which I'd been testing out, and going back to the old school, just hit the button way. So yeah. The settings for the brightness, there's 10 daytime settings and 2 night vision settings, which is pretty cool that they have night vision settings. And I don't have any nods. I'm thinking about getting some. I kind of want some, but they're pretty expensive, and I'm struggling keeping this channel alive right now as it is. The battery that it takes is a CR2032, which is pretty nice because those are pretty prevalent batteries that a lot of optics use. So you can stock up on the same battery for this or other all the other Holosun Red Dots take the CR2032 battery as well. It has a solar failsafe, which is right here. So if you do run out of battery, you can use the sun to charge it, not charge it, but you can use the sun and it will turn your red dot on. So that's pretty nice feature that I'm pretty sure this is the only micro dot that has that feature. It has 1,000 hours of constant power. So I don't know what setting it is that they say that it gets 1,000 hours of constant on, but a thing about that is it's got the shake awake technology. So you can set it down after like a certain amount of time of it not moving, it will turn off by itself. Then when you go to pick it up and moves around, that your reticle comes back. So that's a great thing. One thing that's bad about the battery is it's on the bottom, it's underneath here. So when you got to change out your batteries, you will have to remove the red dot, change the battery, and then you'll have to re-zero after you put it back onto the firearm. A cool thing about the battery compartment, though, is on Trijicon RMRs, there's no protection. It just sits down and the battery is right there. With these, there's an actual battery compartment, so you don't have to worry about water getting into it, which they say it's APX8. They didn't say at what depth, but it says that it can go over 1 meter. I'm not throwing this in the water and finding out because I paid for it and I don't want it to get messed up. If for some reason Holosun wants to send me one for free, or someone wants to give me one for free, I will gladly test that out. What it comes with in the box, besides just the sight, you can get this. It comes with this little bitty riser, weaver rail riser here. So that way you can mount it onto guns like this, or you can take that rail off and mount it onto a pistol. The adjustments for sighting it in are half MOA clicks, which is more than adequate for a sight like this. It is a little bit more bulky than a RMR, but the great thing about it, it will still fit on an RMR footprint. So when you get your Glock MOSs, you can throw the RMR plate on and use this. When you look through the glass, there's a little bit of a blue tint to it. Some people freak out about tint on their red dots. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. If you're really that worried about the tint on your red dot being it's not that big a deal. You're just being a crybaby and need to get the fuck over it. That is my thoughts and the overview of this red dot. What I do like it. The reticle in it is kind of like the EOTech reticle, which is pretty nice, the donut of death. So it helps with fast acquisitions, and that's what I really like about this, especially on a pistol. Faster acquisition and get your shot off faster. Now, some of the other red dots, like the RMR, you can get 6 MOA dot and you can pick it up quick, but with that circle, your eye kind of goes to the circle, and if you've got that circle on the body of what you're shooting at and you pull the trigger, guess what? It's gonna hit. So that's why I really like the circle with the dot in the middle, and it being 2 MOA. A lot of people can't pick up like a 2 MOA dot on its own, or they can, but it takes a little while to pick it up. So having that circle really helps you be able to pick it up faster, and it being 2 MOA, you'll be able to make more precise shots at distance, because you probably already know this, but if it's a 1 MOA dot at 100 yards, that circle covers 1 MOA size. If it's 2 MOA at 100 yards, it covers 2 MOA size, blah, 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 blah. So that 6 MOA dot, it covers roughly around 6 inches. That's, I mean, MOA and an inch are close, not exactly the same, but that's what it covers. And that's why I like the 2 MOA dot on it. Now, I have problems still with picking up my red dot on a pistol when I'm pulling it and going, pushing it out to get a target. Training issue, not a big deal. I'm faster with iron sights on a pistol, but still, these are great option. They're made out of 70-75 aluminum, so they're pretty robust and they can take a lot of shit, I guess you could say. I would like to test one, like I said before, but I don't have the funds to do that. I'm not gonna throw this around. So yeah, I would definitely look into getting these because they are much cheaper than the Trijicon RMRs, and I think with the reticle system in them, they are great, and I would definitely go buy one of these if I were you. Navysooner out. Got it down.